Well, let's have a practice right up there and back.
Oh shit.
Okay. So
on the count of 3.
One, two, three, up we go. Oh, I heard a crack then. Okay. Hello.
Guys.
Would have put Harry might offend it, but then you're going to run the risk of damaging something. That's the only thing.
No, we'll leave them.
I don't cover it up. Yeah, we need to cover this up.
John, you can take a more spot into myself.
Yes.
We all thought it was just a perv on the instructor.
Female instructors? I don't think so.
Well,
We
guys.
don't know if there's modern age.
Oh, maybe we should turn it round so it's facing the right way.
And they thought the Marx brothers were funny. So most people know that
It's not too wet. It's
Harry,
not too
did you
heavy.
write that?
No.
It's cost Safer $3.5 grand. It's a great deal, though. We issued a Safer bond to buy this.
We reckon we can make a two-way market in it.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is what South Australian government buys you.
This is that new form of housing.
Behind you. Rehearse his speech, Libby. You're hiding now.
Oh, that looks. Oh, yeah.
Hey, you go around the front there. Could you go around the front here?
No, Ross.
State Bank man's got in the way again. I really don't have much to say. This is somewhat a sad day for Safer. I was supposed to find out how many years she'd been with us, but I was going to say it's about the same time as me. What month did you say? December, a bit less than me. I started in August of the same year. But Libby's been a very valuable member of Safer, and although I haven't had much to do with her over the years because I've been lucky and concentrate my attention on the obscure activities that Safer undertakes. In recent days, months I should say, 6 months, 5 months, however long it's been, I've had the pleasure of having much more contact with Libby and have enjoyed her humour much more. She really does bring a breath of fresh air into an organisation like this, and you can always have a laugh, and you can always lose your temper, and as she said one day that she felt that I didn't hold grudges and hence that encouraged her to speak of mine. I wish her well, as I'm sure everybody else does in Homestar. She won't be far away. She won't escape Phil, because he spends most of his time over there. So in a sense she's sort of going to one of our de facto subsidiaries. Unfortunately they won't let us take them over, but perhaps Phil will engineer that ultimately. And we'll have Libby back. So on behalf of everybody I wish Libby all the best. I'm not sure whether I'm supposed to be making the presentation or whether that occurs afterwards.
Harry?
This is what happens when there's no planning. Where's my corporate planner?
There he is.
He didn't write me a script. He's even hiding. An embarrassment. Here's the plans. Libby, from everybody. With much affection. And this is where I get to kiss you properly. It's all right. We've got something lined up afterwards.
Well, I've just written out a few words, and we were watching on video last night the last episode of Cheers, and you remember Diana? Is that her name? The lady that wrote the book. She said after I went to my agent, he said I might have a successful story if I cut out a few thousand pages. So it's just a short little speech. I've had to write down a few names because otherwise I'll forget names, and people in this section know that if I'm talking to Bridget, I'm really talking to Karen. If I'm talking to Verona, it's really John Capaldo. They had a bit of trouble. The people who are most upset about me leaving Safer are my children, especially Kate. Is very, very upset because I came to Safer when Kate was 3 years old and Lucy was 5. And they've come in here many, many weekends. They're used to playing on the executive services, so and I remember one day, I think it was either Graham or Ross, not Ross, Graham or Rob Roos came in, and one of the children was on the top of the cactus, and I was walking along the top of the dividers and going, "Mum, look at me, I'm going to be in the circus." And I thought, that's good, they'll get a job doing something. But I guess at times like this, and it's a very emotional time for me, because this has been such a great 7 years for me. I love my job, I love working at Safer, the people are fantastic, the atmosphere is great. And I sometimes think, well, why am I going? But I guess sometimes in your life you just have to make some changes. And I think by me leaving, it'll be great for everyone in my section, because it just gives them opportunities that they wouldn't have if I was here, forever. So I thought I should thank one or two people. And I thought I should thank Peter Emery and Anna and the staff up there, because Peter's always had an open door, and I've always been really appreciative of the fact that you can just walk in, say your mind, like this gives me the shits, rather than you never go and see him or John Hill to say, look, everything's wonderful, thank you. It's usually the opposite. You're going there with something that you want to have fixed up. So thank you very much to Peter, and thanks to Anna, because she's always, there you are, always very supportive and very welcoming. Also, I want to thank admin support, Jeff, Laurie, and the team up in admin, because I'm always filling in those forms on the last day. And it means if you're late, poor old Gavin's late, and it just makes it difficult for everybody. So Jeff's been wonderful. And I thought I'd thank my new boss, Ross, so I don't forget to thank him for being a great boss, Ross. And thank you for having an open door all the time so we can go down and see you. I'm sorry this is going to be a little bit long. It's not even funny. I want to thank to the admin people, Mike, Steve, especially Steve for bending the rules. Getting me the international phone call line was great. You just got to work out who orders the calls. But that's all right now because I'm going. And everyone else in the admin section. I'd like to thank cash management, especially John Wright. He's got these wonderful champagne glasses that he lets us all have a little taste of every year. They're very upmarket, John, for 1950. And all the staff in cash management. Elder, I have to say, I'm sorry sometimes we forget to tell you when cash is coming. 5 or 10 minutes. And we throw your numbers out. But just remember the debit companies. They're the ones that they're not on, the trustee for defeasance is not on our system, but the dates are the 1st of November, 1st of November, 15th of May, 2nd of July. And domestic finance and international finance, well, they're actually our biggest customers. And if I was staying, we were going to go into this customer service focus of providing a proper service or a continuing sort of improving service to our customers, who are dealers, Kevin's section, etc. But without Paul's team, we wouldn't be here. So if we didn't have deals to settle, there'd be no accounting and there'd be no settlements. And I think that's very important for all of us in accounting to remember that we're here as a support service function. And I'd like to also just thank you, Julian, for always being available to eat cake. And and to the rest of the team. We've seen a lot of Marissa lately because we're buying back a lot of those local government loans. Someone's going around and restructuring all those portfolios. Peter Ryan Kane. What a lovely direct approach you've got, Peter.
He's not here to thank you for that. I'll thank you on his behalf.
And I always remember Fred Zarella, and I remember Fred was on the interview panel with me when we hired Deborah, and he asked such complicated questions that Taryn and I, who were on the interview panel, didn't even know the answer, or Deborah had to try and make up an answer. Then we get on to structured finance, though I know it's not quite called that, and that's Coombsy, Vivian, and Mike Sharon, and Ross. And Ross, we often think here in accounting that you did deals that were so complicated that we, in the end, thought that the dealers didn't understand. I shouldn't say it. And we were thinking about things like Gregney, where we leased the wool store. Is that the whole building wool store?
I think it does hold.
It's a wool store, yeah. And we thought the best deal was the AGL trees deal that was sold off the forest. I think we all remember that 7:30 report where there was this tree with chains all around it. And I guess financial policy has been a really growth area in SAFER, and Kevin and Rob Schwartz, I'd like to thank them for all their help. I think one of the best things about FinCol in relation to accounts is it's helped improve the quality of our data. So that's really helped us get on to defining what we should be holding in our system. And so I want to thank Jo, because Jo's often up here, and Tanya, though she's not here anymore, David and Lisa Ramuta, Mike Broaders, who's in Sydney at the moment, and there are new people down there that I don't really know at the moment. But you're always welcome up here, and we like seeing you. I'm nearly finished. I've done Stephen Mark. The other area is systems, and Harry, I think, got drunk yesterday. I was in my office. I can hear his laugh down here. But, and we're very generous to the systems section. We've given them Janice and Amanda, and that's certainly helped the quality. I want to thank systems support, especially Mark, Steve, and Rachel and Amanda, because you know I often forget my password. You have to come in and fix it up. Or one day I dropped my PC. I've got this little carry-home PC, and I dropped it, or one of the kids stepped on it or something. I brought it back to work, pushed it all in, and crossed my fingers, and the bloody thing wouldn't work. And I called over Mark or someone and said, "Oh, look, it won't work. There's something wrong. Send it back." And, I didn't have it plugged in. I'd like to thank David Byrne as well for helping us with our fixing up on the systems area. Peter Byrne. Peter, that's exactly it. And Hugh and Andrea in the systems development area, because we have a lot of contact with Andrea because of the development of the systems. David Burmeister, wonderful job there on options and so forth. I'm glad you got to understand them, because then you can tell us. And Coral and Carmina for all their hard work. And I guess we have to liaise with systems a lot. We need their help right away, often if we've got a problem. And sometimes I know that we do put a little bit of pressure on you, especially when if something goes wrong at month end and we have to go through it. So I do appreciate your sort of effort that you go. I want to thank the auditors. Got great mates in audit, but unfortunately they're not chummy enough that we can get anything through. Bloody Jana, oh there she is. World-class auditor, that one. Go work for Deloitte, they audit to a fee, I can tell you that. But Nick and Jana, or Dana, I really appreciate your friendship and all the help that you give us. And as well as Andrew. So I guess you now know I'm near the end because there's only accounting left. In accounting we've got lots of new arrivals, and I I'm just dumbfounded at what excellent sort of people that we've got in the accounting section. I mean, the new ones, Darren, Bridget, Peter and Julie and Andrew Glaskett. Andrew's doing a CPA exam on Treasury at the moment. He was going to skip it, but we just told him he had to go and do it. The quality of the graduates that we get is just amazing, and it's really great for oldies like me to see young people working so hard and having real enthusiasm for their jobs and really enjoying their jobs. Shows I'm getting old. There's some old timers here, like John Strawbridge, Joe Campbell, Deborah, Karen, Carlo, John Capaldo, Jenny, and Diane, who's kindly come back for the day. And I guess that's a sign of change at Safer. When I started here, I think I was the only married woman here with children, the only person here, I should say, female with children working, and now it's quite the opposite. There's lots of ladies here with kids, and we've got lots of people with young families in Safer. And there's some super old timers that I've classified them as, and that's Bruna, who's not here at the moment but might be coming in a bit later, and John Parkinson. And I'd like to give a special thank you to John, who's here. John's been my boss for 6 3/4 years, and he's now moved up to Treasury. But John, I really do appreciate the fact that you've always had an open door. You listen to me when I get all emotional and hyper and upset. That isn't very often, of course. And I'd like to thank you for that. And I think Bruna as well, because Bruna's a pretty solid, mature sort of person that you can always rely on, and she always gives you a balanced judgment. So I know when I go off the deep end, if I go and talk to Bruna, she pulls me back and says, look, you're just too far over, come back and look at something a little bit more logically. So I hope I've got someone over at Homestart that's going to provide a bit of a check and balance for me when I'm over there. And that's about all I've got.
What about the cleaning lady?
Well, you're very right there, Peter. Because of the walls, do you remember the windows? Tony Macri, she's cleaned them all off. She had to ring up. You can't just get the cleaner to clean it. You've got to ring up.
We knew you'd have something.
You've got to ring up admin, and admin have to tell the cleaner. And Bruna now has got a bottle of Mr. Sheen window cleaner on that filing cabinet so that I can look at it and tell me, don't write on the windows. And I'm having trouble because that pen has nearly done it yet a few times. So after that very short, it's not as long as my phone calls, I'd like to say how much I've really appreciated working here. I love my job. I love the environment of the place. I am sad to be leaving, and I hope I enjoy my job at Homestart as much as I've enjoyed it here. And I hope I'm working with such nice people. So thank you all very much. I'm nearly finished. Sorry. I'd like to thank everyone for the gifts. I'll open them in just a minute. So thank you for that.
Before you do that,
Deborah?
Libby, this is all Peter's fault, by the way. Oh, there you are. Libby, a person working for an organisation like Safer for so long, we just couldn't let you go, just open your presents and have it ready to go. So we've organised sort of a little special event for you, Libby. Probably unique in the annals of King William Street. film crews are downstairs, so it'll be all right. Libby, what we're actually going to do, we're going to dress you up as Cleopatra. We have 4 anointed slaves to carry you in your chariot up to Grenfell Street. Across the other side, down the Homestart, where there will be a reception for you, and then they will carry you back to this building. Live in a manner to which I'm sure you're accustomed. So, Libby, I now appoint you Queen for the afternoon. Deborah, would you like to get Libby in the costume. We've got, by the way, Deborah did the selection of the costume. I think she did a great job. Now what we want all of you to do is, besides laughing at Libby when she's getting in the costume, we want you to all get in the lift and go down to the ground floor and be on the footpath to wave to Libby as she's going off up the street and over the other side.
We're following her.
We can follow her. Those who want to follow can follow.
What's wrong with you? I better see what you're doing.
Oi, turn around.
One of the late entrants to the Christmas pageant, 93. Yes, we have the 1993 Christmas pageant, a very late entrant. This is Kitty Patchwork, lovely outfit, lovely escorted by Carlo in white Sabat.
Second floor. Make sure everyone knows, will you?
I was going to put my best power clothes on Monday. Well, that's totally ruined. It's all short now, isn't it?
Thanks, Libby. Friend of Tony's. He's my brother.
Thank you very much. Wonderful. Thank you.
You're in St. Marcus.
KP.
No, well, thank you see the looks on the people in the buses?
Angela, close up. Oh my God.
You know that Orthodox. We don't want anything other.
This guy is very much a closet drinker. Yesterday, I saw him stumbling over his PC, trying to act responsible.
Out on the homestart stuff now.
I'd like to welcome Libby to Homestart, and Peter's got a few words to
making us feel welcome. Secondly, Harry Powell was the organiser of the transport from Safer to
He's just about to go.
Harry there?
He's at the lift.
Just a couple of factual things about Libby, just very, very briefly. Four things. First of all, we all know in Treasury she's a very, very hard-working person. You'll get a good day's work and more out of Libby. Secondly, competence. Libby's been running a huge operation there in the accounting section of SAFER. Not only numerous and very complex accounting entries, but also the daily transactions that happen, the number in very, very numerous, and they're complex and they're very, very large. And no one, in my opinion, could have done that much better than Libby. And she's been a very, very important contributor to our organisation across the road. Thirdly, she has a sense of humour. As you may have sort of gathered here today, she was a very, very willing participant in the activities, not to say keen and desperate. Cleopatra here. Fourthly, and perhaps most important, she's a good and kind person. Many, many people in Treasury can attest that when people need someone to talk to, somebody to be sympathetic, someone to be very, very encouraging of staff, then that's Libby, and there's no one in Treasury who has those sort of characteristics to a greater extent. We're going to miss Libby a terrific amount. If we had to lose her, there's nowhere we'd prefer to lose her to than Homestart. I'm just thinking, as we were sort of walking across here, that we have 6 main government-related financial institutions in South Australia. 2 of them have been highly unsuccessful, namely the State Bank and the SJC. 2 have been sort of average. One is the Local Government Finance Authority, the other is WorkCover. 2 have been outstandingly successful, namely SAFER and Homestart. Libby's been part of our success over in SAFER. So far as Homestart's concerned, there's probably everyone in the room and others in Homestart have had their part to play. From my point of view, there's 3 people in particular. Gary Stalky, who's run the show here. Secondly, Phil Coombs, who's contributed a hell of a lot, as most of you know, to the detailed financial thinking that's gone into it. Secondly, the chairman of Homestart, our friend and workmate John Luckens, who's been dedicated to good, fair housing policy in the state for a hell of a long while, and has contributed not only through Homestart but through other government programs over the year, and he's long been a favourite of ours in Treasury. As I say, Libby, we don't particularly still not used to the idea of you going, but we are very happy with the fact that you've come here rather than other competing organisations. And thanks very much again for giving us a few drinks here. And we have more across the road. Which floor? Third floor in the QBE building. And thanks again to you people from Homestart for making us feel welcome. And I've got no doubt you'll get to know and respect and love Libby as much as we do. Thank you very much.
several years ago, SAFER has a reputation, certainly does over here, of being an organisation with a lot of high calibre people. And a few years ago, Housing tried to extract one of the SAFER people in the name of Susie behind us. And we did extract her only for a short while, and you got her back again. So we feel delighted to be able to take one of those high calibre people from your organisations, and we're pleased that in this instance you'll let her go and come and join us. And it's obvious in the way that you've brought her over here today that
She's mad.
There's genuine love and admiration for Libby and her skills, and I'm sure Homestart will come to appreciate those in the near future. So I'd like to say thank you for allowing Libby to join Homestart.
We didn't allow her, she demanded.
The other ones that we've tried to get over here, we've at various times stopped the process. So get her off again. Yeah. And John said, well, the reason that we had to have Cleopatra coming over here was that Homestart is bigger than Ben Hur. And so I welcome you. Thank you.
So if I could just say a few words, and I won't be involved in what I say. Peter, thank you very much for those lovely, kind words. I feel embarrassed a little bit about
You don't look that embarrassed.
You just prompted my memory that there was something I didn't mention in my statement, and that was the Desperate and Dateless Ball. And we had a lot of our staff, about 30 of them, I think, went to the Desperate and Dateless Ball. So I don't know what that says about our level 6 people. But on Monday, I was going to come in my best power dress. You know, it was blue, it had shoulder pads, and stockings, bulging and whatever. And I've decided that probably it's a bit useless there, so I think I'll just wear flowers or something after coming over dressed up like this. You sort of think, well, coming into a team of people, and you've got to work with a group of people. And this is only one side of me. There is this other sort of side that does like to work, does like accounting. And most of all, I guess what I do like to do is I do like to enjoy my job, and I think working should be fun because you spend so much time here. And as you can say, I guess it's safer a bit. Our work life extends to our family life because 2 of my children are here today. Diane, who's on maternity leave, she's come over with 2 of her children. Both of us have got one elsewhere. So that I know that I'll enjoy it over here. I know some of the people over here. I love it. And I look forward to coming over. And thank you everybody for your very, very kind words. Very short speech, wasn't it?
Well, look, Peter, thank you for the staff that you are bestowing upon us. I watched the rhythm section from Treasury. I know that the turbans were part of the art gallery's investments from SAFER. That's already been reported. The rhythm section was a bit slow, I thought, and a bit disjointed here and there. And I couldn't hear Here Comes the Bride, but I was listening very hard. But anybody who gives a bride away in a little carriage like that with a hard seat, you've got to wonder a bit. All this fancy rigmarole just to sort of bring somebody across. We sort of, you know, I've been in China for a fair while. I spent 6 months in China this year. And sometimes you wonder when they give you these presents actually what's behind it. The fancier it is, the more you get worried. But Libby, you've got a great reputation. I'm not really sure about dress sense.
I do smell.
We're supposed to say that about the state bank, but not about
And they've told me it's safe I'm on the wrong side of the street now.
Yeah.
SGIC.
Yeah, well, you're on the
between.
You're on the western suburbs now. You used to be the eastern suburbs. This is where the real people were. What we're on about is services to the real community. Even Sue got a loan from us, right? And I understand that Phil was one of our best salesmen, and most of Safer had loans from Homestart with the Street Bank, so that was pretty good. But seriously, we welcome you on board.
Can I refinance through Homestart?
Best deals for the best people.
Discount rate for staff.
Yeah. So we look forward to child labour. You said you were bringing along. That's another challenge. We look forward to that sort of thing, and look forward to all your hard work. So thank you, Peter, for your kind words about both Libby, Homestart, and the rest of us. And we look forward to a long and enjoyable, and of course financially profitable relationship with Safer and with the wider community. Thank you, and thank you all for coming here. And now, since we didn't expect 10,000 people here, we're bigger than Ben Hur.
Third floor across the road.
Yep. Peter's got the grog.
Brenda knows. Someone else
Gotcha. Joe, would you like to say a few words?
Say a few words.
Yes.
The momentous occasion of Libby's leaving us.
Yes.
It was a momentous occasion. It
No.
was spectacular.
No, I'm sorry, I forgot to say, can you say it in French, please?
No.
No.
Sorry.
Are you going, Casey? Dave? Hey, Straubs, what are you doing? Oh, yeah. What's the score? Craig. Hey, Mark, you're drinking beer for a change. Oh, cut that out. Oh, I saw that one. Get out the way, John. Get out the way. Oh, yeah. What's this? Camp? Earthquake camp. Hey. Oh. Lucy, you looking after Dylan? Good on you.
We've implemented Windows 56
That's the game I brought in, yeah. I'm not an expert.
Yeah. Sitting on the back. No. Shift it. Watching the cricket.